Now, second example, second case study I want to share with you. How to get an idea whether the buyer who is asking for sample to you is a genuine buyer or a fake buyer. Okay, this is again a case study what I'm always used to share with you. You could be proven completely fool with just a single statement, right? That once my agent into Nigeria, this is also a story of 2000 somewhat 7-8, right? He told me that I have one of my friends who want to buy rice, and it was I think of Nigeria or Ghana, maybe either of these two countries. Then I had a communication with that person. That particular person said me that, sir, please send me a sample now. Price and everything is okay. Payment terms and everything was getting settled. So next stage was a sampling stage. So I told him that okay, I'll just send you 200 gram of sample. Give me the address, right? And that will be a free of cost sample to you. Okay, nothing required to pay. But then I was surprised. One, the buyer said me that, sir, not 200 gram of sample. I want 5 kg of sample. गुजराती में हम लोग करते ना, चक्की लाई चोखानो दाणो, चको लायो मगनो दाणो, दोनों ने मिलकर खिचड़ी बनाई. मैंने कहा यार 5 kg ऑफ सैंपल, व्हाट यू वांट टू मेक? खिचड़ी बनानी है क्या तुम्हें?
भंडारा करना होगा सर.
हाँ, मैंने कहा यार 5 kg सैंपल इज टू मच, एंड स्पेशली द फ्रेट चार्जेस, कुरियर चार्जेस फॉर द वेस्टर्न अफ्रीका इज मच हायर इवन देन यूरोपियन कंट्रीज, लंडन एंड यूएसए. So I told him that then in that case you have to bear the freight charges. Bolo, no sir, this is going to be a big order. I am not going to bear it. I am an agent, intermediate person, but for sure you will be going to get an order. So I was surprised that if 5 kg of sample, why he is asking? Let me dig into deep. So I asked him that for what particular purpose you want it. He said that, sir, I have 3 to 4 friends, my agent friends. So per friend I'll just distribute half a kg or 1 kg of sample. And in turn few of the dealers and distributors are also there. We'll be distributing in chain with those dealers and distributors into different cities. Fair enough, accepted. Then in the next line he wrote in the email to me that, sir, 500 gram of sample is also required by Mr. Roberto, right, who is a banker who want to see and verify that what kind of product we are going to import and want to check it out. What is a product? Immediately I caught him. Immediately, right. I literally scolded him that you are really doing a time pass. You are not a genuine buyer. You are a stupid person, right? With this particular statement only. Now you being a new chap, probably you will not be able to understand it, right? That what wrong statement or what wrong line has been written by him. Please tell me, anybody from you, that do you find anything wrong into it, whatever the narrations that I have given in the email given by that person? It is never ever the UCPDC international law says what, friends? International law says that it is never ever the responsibility of banker to see what are being sold. It is international law. We will be studying at the time of LC when I will teach you LC, right? So it is never the responsibility of banker to see what are being sold. The banker's responsibility is to see on the face whether the documents are on the face saying the same thing which has been contracted or not, or which has been stipulated in the LC or not. I mean, right? So I caught that person that it is never ever the banker's responsibility to see and verify whether being exported or imported are what, and whether they comply to the terms and condition and specification or not. And banker's responsibility is to see only the on the face, on the documentations, that what things are there, right? So immediately caught that person and said that please don't kill your and my time. So this kind of case studies, friends, this kind of stories would help you out to understand.
Email 1. Dated 28th of March 2007. Email 2. Dated 28th of March 2007. Email 3. dated 29th of March 2007. Email 4, dated 30th of March 2007. Email 5, dated 31st of March 2007. Email 6, dated 1st of April 2007. Email 7, dated 3rd of April 2007. Email 8, dated 4th of April 2007. Email 9, dated 4th of April 2007. Email 10, dated 5th of April 2007. Email 11, dated 6th of April 2007. Email 12, dated 7th of April 2007. Email 13, dated 12th of April 2007. Our answer email to client.